Texas State's Departments of Theater and Dance, Music, and Art and Design all came together for a performance filled with painting, dancing, and music on March 22nd on campus. Viscera was a colorful performance that combined the hard work from students in the Transient Collective, Texas State Mysterium for New Music Ensemble, and art students. Dance professor Pat Stone said this performance was unique because none of the performers even knew what the final product would look like.
When the artists started painting around the dancers in these brilliant colors, my mouth just dropped open. It was beautiful.
The event was mostly improvisation, so the dancers, painters, and musicians made the show up as they performed it live. Transient Collective dancer Nan Sims said it was interesting dancing to music she hadn't rehearsed to before.
It was interesting because at first, the music, we hadn't heard any of it, and so it was just like, oh, all of these new things happening at once, and you just kind of have to adapt and go with it, so I liked it. Riffing off of the music and then also riffing off of the paint, it was a lot to work with. It was cool.
Art education student Daryan Jones said she enjoyed being able to experience an art like dancing because it's so different from painting.
All the dancers that I met didn't know about the painting and I don't know about the dancing, so it was really cool to get to know a different form of art because it's all within the arts, but they're just very different expressions of it. And so I wanted to participate because it's something new as an art form, and it's a really cool mixture between visual and physical.
The performance was held in the Flex space at the JCM building on campus across from the two gallery spaces. For more information on upcoming events, visit the Texas State events page. John Oates joined the Army as a combat medic in June 2005. He was medically discharged in January 2007 and is now majoring in nursing at Texas State.
I actually worked at the military hospital in San Antonio, in Fort Sam. And at the military hospital, you see the trauma. So you kind of get the good cases, as we call it, because you get all the accidents and, just the really fun stuff.
Some of the skills Oates learned in the military has helped him as a student.
And I joined when I was 17. You become a true adult in the military. You learn a lot more things. Time management, just learning how to interact with people. A lot of times when we work in the ER, you have to learn how to work around everything that comes in, and then also having to deal with everything else that can just suddenly hit you, and you have to fit it into your life. I mean, you're just older, so you're a little bit more prepared for life.
Relating to traditional students can be challenging at times for student veterans.
It's usually also being a lot older than your fellow students. A lot of times they don't understand when you have other priorities, and they want to hang out, or they want to go do this, they want to go do that, and or you're not so social as they are, and it can be hard.
Oates served during the Don't Ask, Don't Tell era of the military, but his time at Texas State has been much different.
I mean, I am married to a veteran myself. He served longer than I did. So at the same time, I'm a veteran, but also an Army wife. I mean, it's just clearly stated you can't say you're gay or be asked if you're gay. So you kind of have to be put back in the closet. Once you come out of it, it's weird. It's really weird. You get used to being very quiet, and keep it all kind of hush-hush. And then now you got to kind of, nobody really cares if you are or not. It's you just get to actually be yourself.
If you're a veteran in need of assistance or information, visit the J.C. Kellum Administration Building on campus. For Bobcat Update, I'm Daryan Jones. Bobcats are ready for spring break. One of the hallmarks of the season is South by Southwest, a music and film festival in Austin, which starts March 9th and lasts through the 19th. South by Southwest features music artists from all over the country. Several notable speakers are also on the schedule, including former Vice President Joe Biden, country star Garth Brooks, and many more. Another feature is interactive with several students from Texas State participating. To get your tickets, go to the festival's website and click Register Now. According to documents released by the Customs and Border Patrol, illegal crossings along the southwest border are down by 40%. The decrease could be a sign that President Trump's hardline rhetoric and policies on immigration are discouraging illegal entry across the U.S. border. According to Border Patrol authorities, the 40% drop between January and February is far beyond the normal seasonal trends. The internationally acclaimed author Sandra Cisneros is the subject of a new major exhibit at the Whitliff Collections. The exhibit, called A House of Her Own, highlights the key artifacts from the Cisneros' archives, such as photographs, original drawings, her manuscripts, diaries, and journals, where many of her stories and poems can be found. Many students know her for her best-selling book, The House on Mango Street. The exhibit tells the story of her life. A House of Her Own exhibit will be on the 7th floor of the Alkek Library at the Whitliff Collections through July 1st. A nationwide AT&T blackout is interfering with the 911 emergency system in Hays County. Residents and visitors using AT&T mobile services should call the Hays County Sheriff's Office Ditch Pass Center if they are in need of emergency assistance. The outage is preventing 911 calls from connecting.